Engineering News Record.
We officially broke ground out here in November of 2016. We started our excavation. This is a fast-track project. You can see where we are today. We're entering our final weeks of construction.
So when you look at this building, part of it is putting key classrooms right along Woodward. Most of the classes are at night, in their evening classes, and that's when they get most of their students. And so we surround the perimeter of the building with classes. The lights are on at night, so people on the street can see the activity. The side facing Woodward, which faces northeast, is a lot of glass, which normally would not be a good thing from an energy point of view, but because those classes are used in the evenings, they don't have glare issues. They don't have issues with energy to that level, but yet they give us great view to the city, and they get this great view inside. From a material point of view, we have limestone, which speaks to the monumentality, but we really turn it on end. Limestone, you would traditionally think of as something that's heavy and that you would anchor to the ground. Well, if you look at this building, and if you look right above my head, we have about 5,400, 6,400 square feet of hung limestone. That's the top of the canopy. That creates this visual eyebrow and kind of encapsulates this great terrace that we're on the 4th floor.
Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch's investment also allowed us to build our Wayne State's first ever newly constructed building off of our Midtown campus. So this brought the business school right into the heart of the sport and entertainment community, the downtown business district, and just all of everything that's going on in the city right now. Another thing that the Ilitches really wanted us to do was to incorporate some new programs that were sort of near and dear to their heart, specifically sport and entertainment management and entrepreneurship and innovation. So in this new building, right next door to Little Caesars Arena and Ford Field and Comerica Park, we're right here in the heart of the sports district. The Fox Theater and the Fillmore are right down the street. So we're launching these new programs right at the time when we're moving our students right into the heart of it, where they can do internships, where folks from these venues can come over and speak to them in class and even teach some classes. We've also got the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. This building includes an entrepreneurship pop-up space where we can have small startup businesses either that are coming from elsewhere around town or maybe from the university's Tech Town program.
We're building right downtown Detroit, so we have a very tight site. So we have just-in-time deliveries out on this project. So we've asked all the subcontractors just to bring in the material that they can actually put in place in a week's time so that we don't gridlock ourselves out on this project. Some of the other challenges that we've had on this job is last February, when we were getting ready to start pouring our big concrete pours for the basement and the deep footings, we ran into rain and some unusual conditions that we would have in Michigan. Normally we have freezing weather and we're equipped to deal with that. But when we have warm-ups, we have rain, it just kind of threw a little monkey wrench into our construction, but nothing we couldn't overcome. So this has been a really great time to be working in Detroit. There's so much construction going on. It's very exciting for all of us on site right now because it does really feel like a true revitalization of Detroit. What's been unique about this project that I've never had on any other job is just the amount of construction that was going on all around this area. When we started working out here, Little Caesars Arena was still being built. There's a parking deck being built just to the west of us. There's just so many construction sites just in this near area.
We're here now in our finance and data lab, which is at the northeast corner of our building, right at the corner of Woodward and Temple. So it's kind of cool because as people come down to the District of Detroit, whether they're on the Q line or they're on foot or they're in their car, they're going to look right into this room, which will be wrapped by a ticker, and then it'll have Bloomberg terminals inside for the students to be working on. And then over here on this wall is a bank of monitors that the students can use and the professors can use for teaching classes, but can also be used to broadcast financial news in here, or potentially anything else that we wanted to show on them.
So the idea and the goal of really connecting to the community was critical, and that was really focused on a lot of different levels. What does an auditorium have to do with connecting to the community? So this specific auditorium and the atrium and the courtyard are all designed so that the community can use them. And the community is more than just residents. The community in this case becomes businesses, corporations. They're all become part of the community for Wayne State, the School of Business, right? So they're looking not just to rent it, but to actually allow corporations to use this space. So this space is set up with a vehicle lift. It's set up with the automotive green room in a way that's behind me over on that end. It's set up so that we can bring in vehicles as large as an Escalade or as large as an Expedition into the building, bring them down from outside, and set it up to be rolled into here for events.